Hello, welcome to Where Are Girls? The goal of this podcast is to spread more awareness on missing black girls in the United States and their relation to human trafficking. Our aim is to clear any misunderstandings about the industry and bridge the media gap and get more outlets to report when our girls go missing. As of this month, here are some of the names and ages of children and women who have gone missing in D.C. alone. Nathan Mills, age 14. Tyra Whitfield, age 15. Bryce Wright, age 12. Katoris Evans, age 15. Kiara Edwards, age 17. Jonathan Crowder, age 15. Kaimori Gasaway, age 13. Yeshaya Enoch, age 16. Cordero Brody, age 14. Ashley Bakote, age 14. Korea Spells, age 16. Ryan Howell, age 14. Sade Prince, age 15. Escada Zachary, age 15. Kennedy Joyner, age 16. Asiana Thurman, age 17. Janiyah McFadden, age 14. Justin Johnson, age 13. And Naira Shumate, age 16. As of this month, there are roughly 64,000 black women and children missing. I have a problem with this number, mainly because March of this year, the news released the same exact number, which leads me to believe it's way higher. People have been posting and reporting to the police how their loved ones have gone missing, but I am yet to see any news outlets actually report not only these numbers, but the names and locations of where our girls have gone missing. And let me tell you, these numbers are kind of frightening regarding how the media reports missing children alone take away black adults who rarely make the news. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children reported in 2018 there were 424,066 children missing in the country, and 35% of those children were black. But of all the children reported missing on national and local news outlets and media, only 7% of the media coverage is about missing black children. Can you believe that? That's huge. That's more than a third of the children who are going missing getting less than a tenth of media coverage. And this does a lot more damage since media coverage pushes police to find the children faster. It puts more pressure on them. And I don't mean this does damage to the cases themselves. This messes with entire communities. Are any of you familiar with the missing black girl epidemic in D.C. of 2017? Well, what happened was the police were struggling to find missing teenagers, and all of these girls were black and Latina girls. So they began to tweet the cases and give information about these children out every day, so that more people could see these cases, see if they've seen any of these children out on the street, and bring them to the police. Within DC communities, they were outraged seeing so many of their girls had gone missing and believed because they figured this was something new and there was no prior media attention. This was something of an epidemic, and the girls were getting just snatched up every day, and the police weren't doing anything about it. This got a lot of social media attention, and celebrities like LL Cool J tweeted for the DC police to find the missing girls. The police, however, tried to assure the public that this was nothing new and that there was not an epidemic, and the number of missing girls was lower than that of the year before, and in fact, they had solved 90% of all the cases. And just to get a scope of this was a little over 500 girls that had gone missing. All of the girls were teenagers, and all of them were at the prime age and situation to be at risk of human trafficking. So of course these people were scared. And I know that some of my listeners are thinking, they're still missing the connection between going missing and human trafficking. Well, let me offer some numbers for you to understand the kind of problem we, and I mean all of us because this affects everyone, we're going through. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children reports an 846% increase in reports of child sex trafficking. This is a report from Missing and Exploited Children, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, saying that there was an over 800% increase in reports of child sex trafficking. Every 30 seconds, a child or teen is sold into slavery. The Department of Justice reports 50%, that is half, of all sex trafficking victims are under the age of 18. Traffickers target children who are alone. This includes a vast majority of runaways who are seeking solace, financial stability, and honestly somebody who cares. What I'm trying to say is these children who are underrepresented in media, who are going missing, are the same targets traffickers are dying to steal. because there's no coverage, there's no pressure on police to find these children and take away any hope from local traffickers in finding their next victim anytime soon. The media plays a huge role in demolishing the human trafficking industry, but how often do you see these subjects like this on television? Many people who I've spoken to say they only hear about subjects like this in movies. This not only provides false information about what the human trafficking industry is like, but also doesn't provide the proper information to prevent and attack human trafficking. That is why we have We Are Our Girls. That is why we need to keep reporting the truth about what is really going on here. That was heavy, I know. Thank you for listening to this episode of Where Are Our Girls? We hope to continue the conversation and work not only to spread awareness about young Black girls and women going missing, but also end the human trafficking industry as a whole. On the next episode, I'm going to discuss prevention methods that have been created to help victims and stop future victims from falling into the same cycle of slavery, because what we're talking about is slavery. We will also be discussing the men's role in tackling this topic, since the main consumers of this horrible product are males, and 98% of the people being sold are women. Thank you again, and tune in for the next podcast.